everybody watched. We had an island in the house that had a free plug, but when you turned it on, it turned on. We were able to see running buffers, running fans, running vacuums, because he walked right in and turned that plug, and he plugged up everything he could find to that one light switch. And everything in that room came on. His dad always said if he'd been twins, he would have been orphans. I agree with him. It's labor with him. I had two others, 30 minutes and an hour, and he was 12 hours. But when he came out, it was 24 hours a day. 18 months, he was cooking sausage and eggs on the stove. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I can go on forever. Now, if I'm not correct, Shelley, you correct me, but we were driving in Steph's 914, and Shelley was driving. Nancy, weren't you in the car? Separate in the car. Anyway, we were driving down one of the streets, and somehow they began to slide like this. And you were looking at the ground. I mean, literally looking at the ground and moving it back. That's the kind of thing Stan would say, let's do it again! Right? How many of y'all did things? Okay, I'm not trying not to get too many stories. But at 11, because y'all can all relate to these, at 11, the whole family went to Garmisch, and what was the mountain we were on? What mountain, Steph? What mountain were we on?
Garmisch.
Very big, tall one. We took a free skiing course. I had to stop because of the blood on my foot, and I decided bloody was not how I wanted to be. So I'm sitting in the ski dump, which a while ago I told Joanne, and she said, "What in the heck is a ski dump?" That is a military post where you go and eat food and coffee and visit and all that kind of stuff. I'm sitting there. He's in class. He's supposed to be going up the student slope. In a few minutes, somebody said, "My God, look at that child! Look at him! He's coming down like he's gonna get killed!" Everybody to the window. And I'm standing there, not thinking very much about it, because he's with the instructor, right? As he passes by, he goes through the parking lot, in between the cars, and I don't know, remember if he made it to the street. But he finally fell down and quit. I said, "Honey, now you got to realize, what ski folks do, instead of going on the student ski slope, he went to the very highest, most professional ski slope they had in the Alps, where we were in Garmisch. I mean, he was
the Black Diamond.
way where he is now, probably, way up there. So it was really fast down. When I finally got to him, I said, "Stan, what are you doing? You're away from the class. You're going to get killed." Blah, blah, blah. Well, I hadn't learned how to stop. And hearing from many of you today, he probably said, "Let's do it again." How many have heard that? The one thing I do know is Stan loved all of y'all dearly, very dearly. I don't know of one person in this room he did not think was very special and had a special gift. I know my son. With anybody who had an argument or he said an ugly word, please hold up your hand. Seriously, please hold up your hand. I even talked to his husband, Jonathan. Scott, did he ever harsh word for you? One other I can ask if he had a harsh word. Where's Troy? Troy. Yeah. My hat looks just like Troy's and came from the same area as Troy's. But I was going to wear it because my husband, when he was alive, called me the hat lady. I wear a lot of hats. But Troy, I imagine, had a little negative word every now and then. Okay? But I thank y'all all for being here. I really thank you all for being here. I'm a very emotional person. Stan was my emotional soul. And when I hug each one of you, I feel a part of Stan. Now, I promised my children I would not get emotional.
Yay!
All right. We're not going to hold you to that.
You're not going to hold me to that? Jim, I'm not going to call him Jimbo. There's so many special people in his life. You know, I'm getting calls from all over. Jimbo's helped us during this time at his house when we kind of came out. Troy's been there. Who am I missing that's been in the house? There's one more. Scott. Who? Michelle. We're going through his house. If there is anything we are willing, if somebody has an emotional thing that belongs to Stan that we're not taking, we have several things that we can pass on to you. So if there's something that is just really, truly something you would like to do, then let me know. Okay? Now, y'all mind if I take a minute and read something he wrote to me? You think it's okay, Troy? Okay, y'all are going to have, I put it in. It may have gone away. You can give me just a minute. Or you have it real close, Troy. You got it close? You think you can read it? When my husband died, somehow Stan was into our family. I had a mother who believed that when you had a crisis in your life, it was an opportunity to reinvent yourself. And she had my father died at 62, her second husband died in an accident. And our entire family stand on the foundation that we are able to reinvent ourselves during a crisis. And I will tell you that Shelley and I have already ventured into a new business, which I'm 71 years old and I'm a nurse. I know almost nothing about it, but we've been going to school. But my daughter is brilliant and pragmatic. Nancy is probably a soulmate to Stan. That is our daughter and cousin. She's been with us so long. She is our daughter. Did you find it yet? Okay. I hope y'all didn't mind I pulled you together to talk, but it's so hard for me to meet every one of you. I know one of the first things that Stan would have said was, Belle, I'm in the middle of giving a speech at school.
This is a text just from Stan to his mother after his father's passing, and it resonates not only with her, with Jonathan and I, and these are great words. And if you were lucky enough to hear Stan say words to you, you knew that he affected you. With so few words, he would bring you in, make you feel comfortable, and he would work out whatever issue it was that you had. From Stan. My prayer and strength is with you through this in the only way that I truly can contribute. Know that I care, and everything in my power to help you to the other side of this is on my mind every moment. Like Nana, there is a rebirth of you on the other side, regardless of whether Dad can continue to be your trusted partner in the future. You will continue to be his, and your own strength and the wondrous person you will be awaits you on the other side of these painful moments. Words, I'm afraid, are too close to my own experience. So all I can say is, with certainty, is that all of this will come to a place of newness and then resigned acceptance. but in a good way. Take it in what it is, a moment reinvented for yourself. What relationship you can have with Dad, present or past, and the many things yet to reveal themselves. Brace yourself for the adventure we must all endure when the ones we built our lives with may or may not be there. Your core humanity and the people who love you will help guide you to what awaits in this tense but brief weeks. I have faith that there's an amazing moment yet to discover, her own nana moments after this crucible. Know I love you, both fully and have no regrets. We shared and lived life fully and honestly with each other. I rest knowing that on both your and Dad's heart, you know that I never left your sides, then or now. Love always, your loving son, Stan.
We welcome anybody who wants to come and say anything and share funny moments. This is a celebration. As hard as it is for me to laugh, I have a smile on my face, and I see Stan being mischievous and giving his jack.
I've been throwing around the number 25 because it's always a good, sensible number, but I've actually known Stan for 27 years. And when I saw him briefly yesterday in a good space, I was brought back to that. He had such an effect on me. I met him when I was in college. He was my first boyfriend in college, and I met him in a bar that was known as the Fish Tank because he was part of I was underage and he was underage, and he served soda. He served juices, and that's kind of funny because I'm like, the only thing I want to think of with Stan is, I need a cocktail. He showed me the midnight sun, and then we never looked back. So I wrote a poem for him a long time ago called Stan the Man from Troy the Boy. And it was on the back of a little card, and somewhere in his possessions it still exists, because at times he would recite the poem back to me. And that always made me happy, when someone touches you and knows that you meant every word you said. We had 27 years of magical experiences, and like several of you, he would come into your life, or you would call him and go, literally, I've been sharing this memory. It was such a great memory to rediscover. We went to New Orleans. I called him when I was in Dallas, and I said, oh man, we need to leave town. And he's like, well, don't come to San Francisco. I'm in New Orleans this weekend. I'm like, okay, great. So we met him in New Orleans, and we did what everybody does in New Orleans. We drank, and we ate, and we were really happy. We went to all the bars up and down Bourbon Street. Trish, do me a favor. Cover your ears for just a second. So, the middle of the afternoon, on a Thursday afternoon, Stan and I go to this bar on the very edge of the mission. You keep going. Next thing I know, there is a wonderful experience with 7 gentlemen in the bathroom doing a circle thing, and it was wonderful. Gifts of actually bringing people together. Anyway, on every trip I took, I was like, at a point, I was done with Texas, and I was like, I need to find myself. I need to come. And I came and I took this bicycle. I took this motor. I call him and I go, I need to come and visit you. And he goes, great. Do you have any uniforms? I'm like, I think I have a sailor suit. And he's like, great, you bring it. Okay, I'll bring it. So he picks me up at the airport. I'm an hour late. We're going to a Tom of Finland party. I'm dressing in the car in a sailor suit with the military. It's a marine tablecloth is what it's called. But let's just say I put the pants on backwards, take it off, put it back on. Sandy's like, you'll be fine. So that weekend, we danced so hard at the Tom of Finland party that my suit was wet until the time I packed it 5 days later. It was such an amazing experience. Everyone is in leather, and I'm in a sailor suit going, oh my God, I love flannel. And people are like, And he had that wonderful experience. Next morning, I'm from Texas, so I wake up 2 hours early. I go down the street to Cafe Flora, I have coffee. I come back, I'm reading Memoirs of a Geisha. And then we go on a journey, and it's like, friends, Kenny drives me the first part, and then Stan is like, going too slow. So literally, on the side of the road, Stan pulls all of us off to the side, and I switch bicycles and get on his. And let me tell you, I've never screamed harder in a helmet in my entire life. He likes to drive, and he would drive really hard. So we're driving the road to Guerneville. Oh my God, just give me there. So we get to Fives, and it's actually my first time to Fives, and it was such a beautiful experience. We had drinks by the pool. I have helmet hair. I had hair. So, and it was such a great time. We stopped. We had coffee on the way home, and we came back to the city. I had a great week. And in that moment, it was April 24th is when we took that motorcycle ride, and it changed my life. I was like, I'm done with Texas. I need to come and live again. And Stan did the thing that everyone keeps talking about. Don't go to a place that you love because you'll never come back. I was in Dallas. We had broken up. He had disappeared, came back with my wife, and I was dating someone else. And he was like, I'm going on my vacation to California. He never came back. He loved the state. He arrived in Southern California. He started putting in job interviews. I'm like, what? You're not coming back to Texas? He's like, no, I found a job in the Bay Area and I'm leaving. And I'm like, yeah, you. But such a sweetheart. He had such a power and effect because even when I moved here, he would bring the light of day to people. It's like you meet him briefly, and he would be a soul that you would confide in. And it's like there's not a person I know that would not come up and talk to him. And he had a gift. You walk into a room and Stan could make you smile. Literally a little glint in his eye, you knew that there was mischief ahead, good time, and lots of stories to go with it. So, I want to leave you with a poem that I always think back to when I think of Stan. It's called Midsummer. You loved me for a little, but could not love me long. You gave me wings of gladness, and you lent my spirit song. You loved me for an hour, but only with your eyes. Your lips I could not capture, by storm or by surprise. Your mouth that I remember, with rush of sudden pain. As one remembers starlight, or roses after rain. Out of a world of laughter, suddenly I am sad. Day and night it haunts me. The kiss I never had. We really can't say that we didn't have that kiss. Because if you're here, you know.